Hi, Con. Hi, Nonchalant. Or Natanya. Hi, Ashley. Welcome back. Hi, Gigi. We just finished games. Hello, hello. I said I would come back. Hi, Malia. I had to take an important phone call, but I am here. Hi, Kay. You're drawing? What are you drawing? Hi, Sammy. Hi, Micaiah. Thank you so much for the likes already, y'all. I know. Ella, thank you for saying that. Yeah, let me mute real quick. My daughter's like, can I get ice? Hi, Ann. Hi, Magic Mood. Hello, hello, everyone. I'm back. Hi, Jenna. Just finished the episode. Okay, the anime girl. I love that. Hello, Starburst. Thank y'all so much for the lives. Hi, Vero. Am I saying it right? Hi, Ann Winters. Hi, Joe. I feel like Joe I haven't seen in a long time. Hi, Giselle. Hi, Amina. Hi, Nona. Zenobia. Welcome in. Starfire Moonlights. Period. Sally. Everybody's in here. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello. Okay, so we just watched Love Island Games Season 2. Episode, I don't know what episode we're on, y'all. 7, Chris said. Hi, K Boogie. Hi, Nikki. We just finished the episode, and baby, it was good. Hi, Emerald. It was good. I really liked it. I know that somebody that was in here earlier asked me to talk about Mert. Let me know when you come in here, because otherwise I probably won't talk about him, only because he's already gone. Yes, I want to open up the panel, Nikki. Y'all, let's get to... I feel like we can get to 10,000 likes, and let's open a panel. Let's do it quick, y'all, because I don't want to be on here all night. Hi, Chardonnay. Hi, Sunny. Thank y'all so much for the follows. Thank you for the likes. Hi, Curlin. Amina. Kendall's true type raised his heart rate. Literally, when they came out, I said to Chris, I said, who you thinking I'll go to first? I said, Lucinda. And then before Chris could even say yes, he was on that girl's body. Giselle, you think that the game was rigged for Nicola to not be vulnerable? Here's what I think. A reminder that like heart rates can raise for lots of reasons, not just because we are sexually aroused, right? That's kind of the flaw of the whole heart rate challenge, right? Is like if you are scared, if you're shocked, if you are like it's going to raise your heart rate, right? So that's kind of the flaw of the game, is that it's not just because you were aroused by someone, it's just because you got excited in some way, right? So I think that like Nicola, similarly to like Liberty and Callum last season, I think she was very shocking for people. Hi, Nakisha. Hi, Christina. And so I totally could see her and Isaiah being the top. Yeah. It's just a watch, literally. So it's just measuring their pulse the same way that like if you take a walk, you know, like your heart rate is gonna go up, basically. So it's like, even if, not that she was doing this, right? Yeah, they weren't expecting her to go all out, so I think they were surprised. Similarly to Liberty last season. 10K to open the panel, y'all. Let's do it. We can do that so fast. That's like easy peasy. I usually have y'all get to 50K, but it's not that many of us in here, so I'm gonna keep it cute tonight. But like similarly to Liberty and Callum last season, right? Hi, Neek. And so they were shocking. And so they got heart rates up because people were not expecting that from Liberty. They were like, oh my God, like, right? And so it raised the heart rate. And I would argue, hi, Violet. I would argue that even if like someone is picking you up and like moving you around a lot, like that also could like raise your heart rate a bit. Just depends. Hi, P. So I agree. I do think that Nicola is the underdog. I will tell y'all know that I like Nicola. Okay, so this is not because I don't like Nicola. I keep saying her name wrong. Nicola. Hi, Sakura. Y'all know that I like Nicola. Okay. And if she keep giggling at Chris, she gonna have to go home. If she keep giggling at Chris, I'm gonna have to release her. He ain't said nothing funny, sis. Okay? When he came in that room, hi Daisy, thank you for the like. Thank you for the follow. When he came into that room and he was like, I just wanted to check on you. And we were like, I was like, and I get it, y'all. I'm teasing because I do get it. Okay, I get it. I get it because it makes sense, right? It makes sense that like she is. Oh, I'm so glad, Knez. I'm so glad that it feels like that. Not Tyler Perry. It's not funny. Y'all are crazy. I get it, right? That Nicola is, I will address that, P. I get it that she's like, damn, everybody is attracted to somebody except for me in this villa, right? And so having a man that is like, actually, I think you're attractive. You were in my top 2, like da-da-da-da-da-da, it's like, like it feels good. Like who doesn't? Everybody wants to be wanted, y'all. Even if it's not romantically, we all want to be wanted. We all want to feel accepted. Like that is part of our nature as humans. We are communal, right? Like, yeah, I don't need you in the same exact way to not fucking die, but I do still fucking need community. And so she wants to be wanted. It makes complete sense. Duh. You know what I mean? And he gave the most dry, I just want to check up on you, hug. All right. He was leaving as they were like, it wasn't even 3 sentences of conversation. So I just want her to nod. I like her too much for her to fall into that web. Okay, Giselle, that's an interesting statement. Tell me why. He gives the girls nothing, bae. And that's the problem. Is that he is so accustomed to having to give nothing and the girls being gagged that now we're having to endure him giving nothing and the girls being gagged. He's so accustomed to being like, I'm 6'8". That's my whole resume. That's what I bring to the table. And that being enough, And so now we're having to watch it again. Okay. Do I think that Nicola is getting the pity vote? I don't. I think that Nicola is actually enjoyable to watch on TV. I think she's fun to watch. I think people are voting for her because she's fun to watch. She's funny. She's cute. She's got a cute personality. And she's not like a cute personality like how people felt like Amaya was a cute personality last season. I know some people get like secondhand embarrassment and they feel cringy with like Nicola, but it doesn't feel that way to me. It feels like authentic. It feels fun. Yes, y'all, only 4K more. So to me, it doesn't feel cringy when I watch her. Personally, it feels like that quirkiness is like authentically herself. Like it doesn't feel like she's putting on. It feels like that's just who she is. Like it's authentic, you know? And I think people like that. I think, again, what I think people don't remember or don't recognize maybe about the island is that as much as people, yeah, sure, they like a particular story, people really are drawn to authenticity. People are drawn to authenticity. And so, hi Jartu. And so I do think that her authentic, she's obviously carrying her couple right now. Hi Cha Cha. She's carrying the couple. Hi Majestic Fave. They're getting votes because of her, right? When they're getting votes, I think it is because of Nicola. But I do think she's authentic and genuine and she's fun to watch. And that's why I think she's getting votes. Hi Dream Girl. Tyreek, I totally get that about Tyreek tonight. People feeling like they're tired of him. He definitely is giving, at this point, he might go out soon because he's going down bad. What would have worked in maybe regular Love Island world is not going to work in the games, right? And so it's one thing to be moving like that through the villa when everybody's intention is to be picked, right? That's literally the whole name of the game during regular Love Island, right? Is to be picked. And that's not the name of the game when it comes to Love Island games. Like, yes, you want to be picked, but the name of the game is who can I trust, who can I rely on, who's going to be stable and a strong competitor with me until the end. And the fact that he is moving the way he's moving, I think it's giving, I can't trust it. And I think that that's going to make him less likely to be endeared and ingratiated to the women, and people are not going to want to couple up with him. So I could see his time coming to an end very quickly. Yeah, I agree, Emerald. That is what Andreina was saying to him. And here's the thing, Magic Mood. I think his chat game would be enough if it was only about chat and like whether or not, like KK would say, whether or not my coochie is talking to me about you. If that's what it was about, maybe. But that's not really what Love Island Games is about. You have to show that you are dependable and a strong competitor. It's not just who I think is going to be cute. It's who can I trust in this game. I agree, Emerald. Listen, what did I say about Justine and Josh, y'all? I haven't, user. I was like, I don't know, y'all. It was giving a little bit too giddy. And I said, but I understand it. If it's like, you know, I usually don't go this long. And she did say she was having a moment of emotional weakness. What do I think about Zay and Garby? I don't know. Let me come back to it. But like, I thought that like, yeah, I was, what do you mean Zay and Garby? They was moving the sheets a lot for them to be trying to tell us they was cuddling. That was a lot of motion for cuddles. It was a lot of movement for cuddles. Yes, he did. Yes. So if that's what you mean, yes. Zay did get his heart rate raised by Garby. But what did I tell y'all? I said, Zay gives me, I like black girls. But a particular type of black girl. So that actually didn't shock me that much. That didn't shock me that much, honestly. I said it on my live, what, last night or the night? Whenever I was last live about, I haven't been making videos. I've just been on live. Oh, it's open, it's open.
Hi.
Hello, Gigi. Hi, Emerald.
I'm so
I
excited.
just
I'm ready
came
to
to
talk.
give my quick PSA because I'm not up here for a long time, just a fun time. I'm still recovering from the weekend, y'all. Sorry.
Period.
Um, y'all, let's not forget
Pipote.
we have Ndela. My brother, my sister-in-law, and my cousin surprised me, and they got me white girl wasted all weekend. So that's
Oh, period, girl.
and then we went to because they weren't here for my birthday on Tuesday, so they took me out on Saturday, and then we went to brunch, and they were screaming in the middle of the restaurant, "Let's go get penetrated!" So then we went and got tattoos. So
Period. Sounds like a
that's a
great
thing.
birthday.
It was, but now that I'm semi sober, time for my PSAs. Welcome to the Teenaverse. If you haven't been here before, buckle up. This is always a fun ride. Tap the screens, like the live, share it out, push it out to as many people as you can. While you're doing that, if you can, go ahead and click the little star button to the left of your comment section where you can join the subscribers tiers. We got two. We don't have tiers anymore. Are we
We
not
do,
doing?
but that button in here is going to be to super fan, and I don't want people to do that. It's a whole mess.
Okay, so don't super fan, but you know what's still open? What's still open is the Google form. You can go to the Google form and you can submit your questions because Sundays we answer questions. You can submit questions to both Tina and to Chris. And if you want Big C to come and act silly, submit your questions and your requests because we always love Big C. Um, that being said, if you missed the lives, videos are uploaded to YouTube, courtesy of Big C doing his thing. So you can always go there and subscribe for free. That being said, keep it cute or keep it mute. Blockarella is here and the screen is a little bit blurry. So if you're not too cute, she will mute or block you. Y'all have fun. Woo! White girl
Thank
wasted.
you, Gigi. I love you so much. Erica, hi. Yes, Gigi. We were like, where is General Gigi? She is not here.
Well, my husband's aunt came over and I was like, bro, it's Monday. And she was like, yeah, but I bought you a new bottle of Mezcal. And I was like, I don't even fuck with tequila like that. But it's a birthday gift from an 80-year-old. So how can you say no?
You
So
got
I respect my elders. So I've been drinking. That's what I've
Hey, I love it. I love it for you.
been. All right. I'm gonna drop down to the chat so that I can semi monitor in color to try to get sober.
Thank you, Gigi. Thank you. Thank
Love y'all.
you too. Also, if y'all do want to subscribe, again, I am working on. I don't think that this is like the best platform for you to subscribe on. I'm probably going to be advertising in some way, some other ones. Maybe I'll have a link tree or something at some point. I don't know. TikTok might get mad at me. So we'll see. But they just cannot be trusted at this point. Okay. They cannot be trusted. Okay. All right. So, panelists, I know, Emerald, you already had some thoughts that you were ready to share. So let's go from the bottom up this time.
Child, first of all, Christopher. Christopher, I am an Aries too, and this is why I don't date Aries men. Cause have you lost your mind? Like, who does he think he is? Seriously, like, even KK, like, yeah, like, and I get it. Libra Aries, I get they energy. KK, like, yeah, I could, I'm ready to lock it down. What has he done for you, KK? What did you not learn? I love KK, so this is no shade. But what did you not learn from your season for you to really be serious? She was better off going and showing Tyreek some attention. How hard because I know she was the buddy, but it's like you can still go flirt and stuff. Because what is Chris doing for you? I don't know. Like Chris, he just, he's so feminine in his
He's so low
energy.
effort.
Yeah, very low effort. So feminine, so low effort. Like, I don't, maybe because I'm an Aries too, like, I'm not going for none of that. Like, what? Even Nicola, like, girl, stand up. Like, she is weak in the knees right now. And I'm like, girl, are you serious? Like, because don't get me wrong, I like Nicola. I like her personality, but I don't want her to win. I want one of my black queens to win. I'm just biased like that. I'm rooting for everybody that's black. I'm a Justine. The reason I started watching Love Island. So if she win 3 times, hey, fuck it. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I could be there for KK winning too. But yeah, I'm Isaiah. He's not surprising. He's always gave I like black women. Like he gave that his season. Um, but I think he's not. I think he's struggling because the white girls don't really like him, and I think he's used to being liked. So I feel like that's why he's kind of gravitating towards Garby because Garby very much is a black woman, but because she puts this fake American accent on, because she's not American, she's Belgium. And I would love to actually hear her real accent, but because she puts the American accents on, I feel like it gives like Valley Girl almost. And so I feel like that's why him and Kendall like her because she's like chocolate covered like YT girl, even though she's not. But that's like how they're taking. I know that's how they're taking her because we know how Kendall is. You know what I mean? So Kendall, he still gives DL. I'm sorry, he gives DL. Like he gives try hard. I'm not convinced, Kendall. I don't want him to win. I'm sorry. I'm still not a fan. I don't know. I have so much more to say. I want to hear what y'all want to say first, and then I'm gonna respond back. But that's my initial thoughts from tonight.
Okay, we will definitely come back to you. I like to
Real quick, Emerald, I wanted to say a thing about Garby's accent. Yes, she did do the Netherlands and Belgium, but I do pay attention to a lot of detail. It's a Sagittarius thing. Anyway, she said that she self-taught herself English through social media and
Yeah, I
TV,
saw that.
which is also what I did when I first came.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm Haitian born, so the accent is not very much put on. Maybe it's the people that she was raised around, and that's where she got the Valley Girl accent. I don't know, but she self-taught herself English through social media and TV,
Yeah,
so
that's
that's
no
why she
shade.
sounds that
I
way.
saw that. That's no shade to Garby. I'm talking about the men and why
yeah,
they're
the way
showing
that
interest in them
right.
because Isaiah, like we see his season, like he was interested in the black girls, but he stuck to Sydney, you know. And then like with Kendall, we know that that's not his type. Like when he first got on Love Island and went after her, I was like, what? I feel like that's just his form of a redemption arc because he knows that like really black women are like the people that watch Love Island the most in America. So I really feel like he's just trying to get back on our good side. So that's what I meant by it. That wasn't shade to Garby because I did see that she. That's why I said that's where she probably got it from because that's what's pushed into the world. Like that's supposed to be the American accent.
Right. No, yeah, I think it just depends on like which YouTubes and creators she was watching. But I have said the same thing, Emerald, that I don't think that I actually don't think that Kendall is attracted to Garby. I think he's full of shit. I think that Kendall could tolerate Garby as a girl, like a friend that's a girl, because she's just the right type of black girl that he would be friends with, right? Which is why he gravitated toward Janae over Serena.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Nikki, please share your thoughts, my friend.
Yeah, first of all, Tina, my friend, every time you pick up that chapstick, I look for mine and I know I don't have chapstick. Like, I literally want to go for it because, girl, you be in it. You be in it.
I am so addicted. It's crazy.
You stay with that chapstick, and I need to get it. I need to get some chapstick. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. Secondly, I get secondhand embarrassment every time Kendall does something. It is so cringe. That whole thing was so uncomfortable for me to watch. It really was. Like I just did not like it was creepy. It really was just creepy. I hated it. And I Kendall for me, like he is so inauthentic. It's like he doesn't know himself or want to know him. Like there's no depth to him at all. And like it's driving me crazy
Mhm.
how they keep putting him back on our screens. Like I really don't get it. I really don't get it because I don't see this major love for Kendall out
Mhm.
in the Love Island verse. Like
Mhm.
it's weird that he's still there. So let me get Chris's whackings for the day. Um, you know, he is the only way people. I really feel like if he was 6'2", they would not give him the same amount of love. I really don't. I really think his height is what's selling everything because this nigga ain't doing shit. He really does nothing for the women. Like even Nicola, bless her heart. I really do like her. And I really do feel like a lot of her excitement from Chris is that, they see him as this like gentle giant and nobody has really given her any attention. I wonder if she would still be googly eyed and like giddy if she had more options on the island to like, flirt with or, something,
Mhm.
So I'm gonna give Nicola a pass on that because, this is the first guy that's really given her like full attention, the romantic, interest. Um, and then I did not watch the season with Isaiah and the ex, so somebody's gonna have to fill me in on that because he looked like he was not happy to see, not happy at all. Um, so it's very interesting that you said that in on his season that you thought he was more interested in black girls. So he did. I think it was him that raised Garby's heart rate the most.
I think it was Tyreek.
Um,
It wasn't Tyreek. I
was
think
it
Tyreek
Tyreek?
and Darby raised each other the most.
Oh, mm, I thought it was another black girl, but maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'll have to go back and look at that.
It was
Um,
Gabby.
It was
it
they
was.
because I thought that I was like they raised each other.
I know for sure she raised his. I don't know who raised hers.
Oh, okay. Okay. I knew something. So I was just like, maybe this is a chance to get away from Kendall. Like that's the first thing I thought of. Like, get away from her. Because like, y'all, nobody was surprised. You've already said it. Nobody was surprised that Lucinda raised Kendall's heart rate. Nobody. I was just like, there's your truth, bruh. You live in your truth. Like, stop pretending that you want to be with a black girl for real. Like, let's just stop it. Let's just stop it. And then I'm very interested in what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't I don't know. I think it will be a very interesting battle if Chris and what's that boy's name?
Johnny.
Johnny go at it. I want to see that. Baby, I want to see that, and especially if it's a physical challenge, baby. WWE, sign me up. It's gonna be real, real, real cute. Um, and I thought this was a fun. It's very interesting because when I was watching it, I was just like, oh, they're not going in as hard as season 7 cast did because they was nasty. They was going at it during the heart rate challenge. So I just thought that was very interesting. And yeah, so I'll wait to get my other thoughts in.
Thank you, Nikki. Listen, I see y'all in the chat. I want to say this too, right? And the rest of my panel is gonna go Ann, Amina, and then Anika. Listen, I thought it was very on brand that Johnny was already like, if I want to win, Andreina can't like stay on my team. And the fact that he and Andreina, Toby and Andrea and KK and Chris ended up being in the bottom. I knew KK and Chris were going to go to the bottom. They just weren't giving. Chris only picked up 3 girls and ran out of time because Tyreek picked up 2. That's it. All right. And go ahead and give your thoughts, Fred. He needed to try to outdo him.
Hello, guys. Welcome back. Anyway, enough of that. What I do want to say is tonight was interesting. I honestly was a little nervous because season 7 done traumatized me, but because season 7 with the 3-way kisses, I can't believe they put that on national television, yet they couldn't show us Honda shaking her ASS in front of Ace's face. Diabolical. Um, yeah, it was cute. I'm gonna say Chris and KK were not memorable. I really like Nicola and Isaiah. Really cute friendship couple. And I don't know, they just really work well together. I was shocked. It was kind of like when Belle Dasha started kissing everybody. I was like, whoa, where'd that come from? Anyway, I was pleasantly surprised by her performance. Yeah. What else was memorable? Uh, Kendall with the ear licking. All I can think about was earwax the whole time. Kendall, why? And then Tina and the rolling of the eyes is hilarious. Um, Kendall, when he kissed Garby, I was like, ew, you don't even like black women. And all I could think about was Kenny faking it with Janae for that whole year. Like, are men like this? You pretend to like a black woman for TV? We know what you are. Listen, I've never been grossed out by a kiss before because I'm just thinking like he don't like you. This is why I don't even lay down with the colonizers or the colonizers adjacent. Not my type.
Mm-hmm.
Ew. And Garby's almost falling for it. Today she said,
Almost.
I think I'm starting to like Kendall. Honestly, I need to cry. Because what the fuck, Garby? Garby, please, when you get off the show, watch season 6. Honestly, when this man unfortunately grazed my TV screen, I said, son of a bitch. Okay, I need to stop cussing. I said, weren't you just on season 6? Didn't you just come from beyond the villa? Now you're on... Sir, did you even stop by your house? You've been living in a suitcase for the past 2 years. What the fuck, Kendall? Kendall, you need a break. Do not come back ever again. And then on top of that, Kendall, why are you pissing me off with the braids, sir? Either wear a fro or do a man bun. What the hell is going on with your hanging braids? Don't do me like that, man. Kendall's Puerto Rican, right?
I think
What kind of... He's some kind of Afro-Latina. I'm not sure what kind. Anyway, put your braids up, bro. Why are you embarrassing us on national television? Well, I mean, I wouldn't say us because he's from Belize. Okay, he don't. Oh, that's why he's a European Spanish. That makes a lot of sense. That makes so much sense. Yeah, all I could think about is how what's his name didn't mess with what's his name again? How KKK did not like Janae, and you pretend to like somebody for 3 years. You could fake it. I couldn't even fake it with a colonizer. Are you kidding? What the? Mind blowing the things that people will do for money. And Chris sitting there in the confessional today talking about, I'm not trying to give, too much because I'm really here to win that money. Okay, brokey. Okay, he ain't got a house. And then you see him taunting us. At this point, he's trolling us, talking about his bandage says over and then C's on the other side. I caught it. And then he came in mad arrogant, like, my name is Chris. Y'all should know me. And are you still trying to ride off Honda's clout? Because why was Honda in your speech? Hi, y'all probably remember me. I dated Honda. We were the first couple to break up on the season finale. Sir, get your goofy ass out of here. What? Get your goofy ass off my TV screen. Eliminate that man immediately. I just want to say, PSA for the black women, we need to stop accepting less, all right? This is why these black men think it's okay to give us the bare minimum. I think society has socialized us, and, just because we're black women and women of color, however you want to express it, I think we've been conditioned to accept less and stop giving low effort men like Chris a chance. Because with Shelly, he came on the show like, I'm going to make a song for you. Shelly Amour. It's a French, how do I say it? It's a French song. It's called Ma Chérie Amour.
Well,
and I never heard...
Stevie Wonder song, Anne, but that was literally all that he gave.
But I never heard the remix. That's what I'm saying. Chris, you owe us a remix.
Okay,
Where's the
y'all.
remix, Chris?
I just looked. Tyreek was raced most by Garby and Garby by Tyreek. It was mutual. Yes, we are going to go to the next person, Kiana. I see you. So yes, they were raced
Interesting.
the most by each other. That I think is interesting.
Garby and Chris, you said?
No, Garby and Tyreek were raised the most by each other. So
All right, then at this point, she should get with Ty and leave that 6'8" nigga in the dust. The fuck?
Kendall is fully black. I don't know who's alleging that he's not. Both of his parents are black, which was the shocker for everybody in season 6 because they were like, really? He acts like he does not have a black mother. But he actually is black. AJ, tell me why you think the results are rigged, because I don't think that they are. Everybody that got raised by the person they got raised by was exactly what I would have expected.
Question, Tina.
Yeah.
Did his parents come on Beyond the Villa?
No, they just were on season 6 when they did like Family Day or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I will say, yeah, his sister is very different than him. Exact, blonde and blue eyes. So we knew that Toby was going to be raised by the blondie. Not shocking that that Isaiah was raised by Garby for me. Not shocking that Chris was raised by Nicola and Lucinda for me, even though he continues to pick the black girls first. Not shocking for me. But I would say I was very intrigued by the fact that Garby was raised by Tyreek and Tyreek was raised by Garby, because we heard Tyreek say like, oh, that was good. I might need to chat to her tomorrow or whatever, right? But we haven't really heard him talk about Garby at all prior to this moment. And I will say that we haven't heard Garby talk about really Tyreek prior to this moment. But I have always been curious, and I feel like she's proving me wrong. I do think that she's proving me wrong. But I always felt like Kendall was the choice because that was what was safe while she surveilled the rest of the villa, and that ultimately she was going to want to be with someone else. But now she's talking about how she might be falling for him. I don't know. It's a lot. Okay, Amina, please give us your thoughts.
I haven't been here in so long. I just want to say, what is it? The braids? Because I can't stand Kendall every time I see him. It's like Kendall is Drake, even though he's not halfway. He's trying way too hard. And I just looked up their ages. So Garby and Niccolo, they're the youngest people in there. So Garby is 22 and Nicola is 23. So they're very young. And no, I do not buy Kendall at all. I want him to get out of, I want her to like wake up. And all the girls are pissing me off because they seem to all be falling when every single guy has said that they're there for the money. So I'm like, girls, wake up, please. And start like, cause they're all like talking behind the girls' back, like the way Andreina's gonna feel when she hears how these men were talking about her, saying that she's not a strong competitor, and then even Tyreek was like telling what's his name, stop kissing her, and then he was just like, I know, man. Yeah. Oh, also Kendall is not sexy. Like he has no sex appeal. Cause I remember he was making all those weird faces last season. He brings down every girl he's with, and I'm like, Garby, please get with anybody else. I want to vote him out so bad. I don't want him to win if he's next to you. And like he's bringing down your light, because now I'm starting to think that you're boring, or like there's nothing interesting about you. Because at first I thought she looks like a cute little Barbie doll. Like she has like the perfect little face. Her makeup is always super cute. Her hair is always laid. But I'm like, you cannot be buying it. Like he has like a fake smile, like one of those like little toys that like just chomps near you. Oh, he's pissing me off. And then Korea's that lazy bastard. When he asked Nicola, what would you buy me for Christmas? And didn't say anything back to her. I wish she would have been like, what you gonna buy me? I don't celebrate Christmas in my country. That's an American holiday. She should have said something like that. Oh, and actually, what shocked me is that Josh wanted Andreina to shake her ass on him, but he didn't want to have to work for it. He was like, oh, she didn't come near me. It was almost like I was dead, and I was like, okay, you want some, huh? But you don't want to make it known. Interesting. I'm gonna keep my eye open on that one. And I don't know if I buy Justine. I don't know. I can't figure her out yet. Who else we got? Oh, Tyreek. That guy, he's actually funny as hell. Actually, I wanted Lucinda to. I mean, not Lucinda. Solene to stay because she's a chaos demon like him. She was about to cause some drama, and I think she would have made out with some of the girls because that's what she did on her show, the Below the Deck. She was making out with the men and the women, had everybody's head going crazy. So I was like, yeah.
Well, she
Tyreek,
actually was interested in Lucinda. That was the other person she was interested in.
I think she did that to shock Merc because he was just like, "What?" she. Oh yeah, she the way she was giving it to everybody. She's like, "Am I a Doberman?" What the- I liked her. She was crazy. In a good way. Like I said, all the women are pissing me off because like I'm like, you guys need to play these guys. Like I want one of the girls to trick one of the guys because everybody, all the men are playing games. I don't believe any one of them, except for maybe Josh, but that's not in a good way. That's in a scary way, where he's obsessed with Andrea. All right. Anyway, let me shut up.
Okay, y'all, this is what I wanted to say, and y'all have said it twice now, and I remember it and then I forget it. But literally, when Kendall came on the screen for that fucking heart rate challenge, I was like, bro, he is so Taylor coded. It was giving Taylor the whole time for me. I was like, no, I can't.
Oh
I
my
cannot
God,
do
was it
it.
giving goofball? Because they
I
were
can't.
like the funny couple, right? Right?
Well,
It
did you
was
notice everybody was like, "Oh my god, that was like a Hollywood play." Like nobody was like that. They weren't
it
aroused
was
by it. They
not
were
flirty.
entertained
It
in the
was
wrong
not
way.
sexy.
They should have just went like straight up goofball because Kendall's not sexy. Garby is cute, but like I said, he brings down her stock so bad.
Oh, just ugh. Okay, yes, licking people's ears is like ugh. Like and like Lucinda said, like he was full on in the ear. And what was funny about Lucinda raising his heart rate the most, and to be fair, somebody else already said it, and I agree that like um it was all the couples were a little mid in my opinion. I think that they were feeling rushed, and so they tried to get through as many people as they could rather than like who's the person I could like maybe raise the most, like one or two people versus trying to do everybody, but that's whatever. But the fact that he was like, all she did was bounce in front of me twice, like exactly, Kendall, because that's your type, not Garby. Stop wasting her time. Okay, Anika.
Oh, wait, I forgot. Why did freaking Chris act like he didn't like what Nicola did? Like, why is everybody trying to like play too cool? He was like, "Oh, that didn't do anything." She gonna be so hurt when she sees that and the way she was acting all giggly.
And that's the thing about him. That's part of, well, not the only thing. It's one of the things about him that's like so gross about him is that he's trying to be like Mr. Cool. Oh, I'm not really on that with her, blah blah blah, like in front of everybody else. But then you're like, oh yeah, I like you. You were my number two. Like yeah, blah blah blah. To her, it's giving. Hurry up and make it where I can vote you to go home. That's what it's giving right now. Or just get out. Get out. Okay,
Wait, y'all
Anika.
talking about Chris?
Yeah, but Anika's about to give her thoughts. Go ahead, Anika.
Yes, right. So, jumping off on the Chris point, I think he is very annoying at this point. From the moment he walked in, I don't know what makes him think, trying to be controversial was going to help him. It's just making him look very corny. And this idea of like sending out a fishing line to show interest, but then withdrawing so that the girl could chase you is a lame, played out. Like it is so cliche that any woman with sense could recognize it. A smarter woman could outplay him on it, but I mean those girls, especially Nicola, annoying the shit out of me. You see, when from the time somebody tells you, "Oh, you were my second choice," and you're all excited, you have lost me. There is nothing that you could do basically that says to me that you're operating with some measure of sense. Because if you're interested in somebody, at least please have some critical thinking, have on a thinking cap, at least. And the second thing with that Christmas gift, like, what are you getting me for Christmas? I'm like, Dread, nothing. That would be the answer for me. So for her, I am turned off by her because of that. As for everybody else, I can't stand Kendall, and I'm hoping that Marvin, I think the guy from Love Island, France, the bombshell that came in, I hope to all God that he focuses on Gabi because she needs to get away from that clown. She really needs to get away from him. Like, I see the two of them and I'm annoyed. And I am annoyed that she because it seems from what we're seeing that she hasn't really focused on or spoken to anybody else but um, Kendall and well maybe the girls, she's talking about how she like Kendall or whatever it is. That guy does not like you. That guy is using you for an image. He does not like you. Maybe he is exoticizing her because she's from Belgium, so she's from Europe, so there would be a different quote unquote culture, and he's assuming well her proximity to European whiteness makes her more palatable. But no. She needs to run. She needs to run from him because he gives fake. It almost reminds me of 404 in a different kind of way. It's very annoying to watch. Let me see what else I can think. Actually, I prefer this. I prefer Love Island games to Love Island, and I think for the heart rate challenge, why it was so subdued and why they put those limits. I think production learned from the controversy of what happened in season 7 because there was no time limit on season 7, and I mean Huda did her big one. Hubcap, sorry, did her big one. And I think they, in order to avoid any kind of controversy in that way, again, they kind of tailored it. But it was kind of lame. Overall, there was nothing too out there. Tyreek, I love. I mean, I had my misgivings about him first, but I think he's absolutely hilarious. Whereas then I found out that I think his father is Trinidadian, so that just explains a lot about how he behaves. And yeah, those are my initial thoughts for now.
Okay. Mercedes, thank you, Anika. Mercedes, yes, absolutely. You should watch it. It is, if you watched season 7 of Love Island, you are going to feel like it's a nice little palate cleanser. It's fun, it's cheeky, it's messy, but it's not like traumatizing. So yes, you should. That's so funny, Mia. Yes, y'all. So, okay, Emerald said that she has some background for us around Justine. Please
Oh,
tell
okay. So Justine is the reason I started watching Love Island because she was on the challenge, and I'm a big challenge fan. So basically, Justine's story. I think she was on season 3. Her season was really good, but it's more PG-13 because they were still on CBS. But basically, both seasons she was scammed. She's a sweetheart. She was very vulnerable. Very much a black queen. Season 2, thank you. Very much a black queen. Won both of her seasons, but both of the men already had women waiting for them. Yeah, so that's why this season she seems a little cold, a little distant. I think that's why she was open to kissing Josh because they're friends through the Love Island universe. They be having parties and meetups and stuff like that. So that's basically Justine's story. It was nothing bad. Sydney and Isaiah, they were like Kayla and Aaron, but times 1000 because Isaiah carries himself like a black man a little bit. Like he cosplays a black man. So it was worse than Aaron. And Sydney just cried and he dogged. I think he said something about her looks, maybe, because Sydney had a lot of plastic surgery because people was bullying her for her looks. And she was actually cute. She just had a lot of lip fillers. But she was cute. I liked her red hair. So she had a lot of work done to her because of social media. But yeah, they story is T season 4, 5, 6. Highly recommend, and Justine's season. In case you were wondering. I do want to say about Justine and Josh though, I like them together low key. I don't think they're trying to be like Nick and Landry. I feel like maybe Nick and Landry influenced him to lean more into what he really wants. So that's my hot take.
No, I agree. I don't think he's trying to go for it. I mean, I guess I just assume with best intentions. So I don't ever be feeling like people are like, when it's obvious, right? But I don't be feeling like people are just trying to scam. So I don't think he is going for like a Nicolandria edit. What I didn't like about that whole thing was you were clearly putting on camera what happened, whereas like maybe Justine was trying to be a little bit more coy around it. And again, I know that like they're technically always on camera. You know what I mean? but she was clearly trying to be a little bit more coy around it. The only thing I did not like, though, y'all, was that he had this whole conversation with Andrea about how he just wants honesty and transparency because he wants to know where she is and he can't always tell where she's at and blah, 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 blah. And he lets her tell all that stuff about her and Toby. And then he goes to Justine and has a conversation with her before he then comes back to Andrea and tells her. That was weird to me. Amina, yes, go ahead and ask your question.
I think it's because he wanted to see how Justine feel before he.
Oh, I agree. I know why he did it.
I don't want them together though. I just like them. Like I think they can win type shit.
Oh, of course, yeah. Okay, Amina, ask us your question.
Okay, so no, it's to Emerald since it seems like she's watched a lot of the seasons. Is Justine the oldest person that they've allowed on? Because what I've noticed between the U.S. and the U.K. is that the U.S. tends all their contestants seem to be younger. Like 27 was the oldest, and that's only because this is the time that Alandria and Shelley said yes. When previously it's usually nobody over 26. But in the UK, like the oldest girl that I've seen is like 29.
Yeah. Well, you got to remember Justine was season 2, and that's when they was on CBS. I didn't watch her live. I just caught up like 3 years ago, so that's why everything is fresh in my mind. Because I caught up like 3 years ago one summer, and then I started watching basically. So I don't know how long ago season 2 was because I think they may have took a break before they transitioned to Peacock. So you got to remember she was young when she first started, and I think this is just a guess, but I think they're trying to capitalize off the fame and turn Love Island games kind of into like the Challenge Survivor, like a real game show. And on those type of shows, Big Brother, they bring people back over and over again because it drives up viewerships, and she has a lot of fans. Like she was the it girl before. She was the it girl until PPG basically. So her and Sally. So that's just my guess of why she keeps returning. If I had to guess, but she's a great girl. Go back and watch her season. She didn't vote for Justine. She got to go.
All the comments are mentioning the men. Yeah, the men tend to be older, but I noticed like on the US, like the girls usually are no older than like 26 in the regular Love Island season. Obviously, Love Island Games is.
Yeah, I think it don't matter no more. I think they're trying to transition into a different type of game because the challenge is losing its popularity because it's so controlled. So yeah.
If it was during 2020, then she would have been like Shelly and them's age. She would have been like 27 because she's 32 this season, I think. Okay, so she would have been older on her season 2. Okay, Anne, go ahead, share your thoughts.
Hello, real quick, y'all. So Justine was also on the 3rd season of Perfect Match with Ali, AD, and from Love Island. I keep going. Love is Blind, Love Island. There's a lot going on. Love is Blind UK versus Love is Blind USA. USA for AD, UK for what's his name, Ali. And so what happened on Perfect Match, real quick, is that Justine and Ali kind of got together, and but Ali lied to AD about it. Like he didn't tell her about the kiss, and I'm like, okay, red flag. Fast forward, they are now pregnant and engaged. And so I saw a creator here say, oh, why is Justine keep doing so many reality shows? Nobody judges Louis. Louis has done 2 seasons of Too Hot to Handle. Right. He's done Perfect Match. He did Celebrity Go Dating. He literally is a like chronic repeating reality dating show. Like he does it for money at this point. So yeah. Justine keeps going back. Like that's none of her business. She has a huge fan base, like Emerald said on Love Island. So what if she keeps coming back? And I really do think she does want to, she does want love. And she's a great competitor. I think her and Josh, I see them as being great competitors. I like them as a great friendship couple. But them being together, I don't really know. Like, when I saw them making out in the bed, I'm like, wait a minute. Is that Justine? I'm like, you're kidding me. Because the way Josh was acting possessive, like, it's kind of scary. I don't want her to get caught up with that. Like I'm sorry, like I watch a lot of Lifetime movies, I'm sorry, but he gives the guy who has obsession vibes. Like he's about to be off Andrea and is moving over to my girl Justine. And so she better be careful. And so Andrea was honest and straightforward, and he was one side. he was one-sided, and that kind of like was annoying. Like, you want honesty, give her honesty too. Like, hey, this happened, don't let somebody get to her first. And she's like, okay, it cancels out, we both kissed somebody, they're being transparent. So be transparent to Josh. Don't ask for something and then not return it.
Exactly. And I get it. Y'all were like, well, maybe he wanted to talk to Justine first. Like maybe Justine had asked him that. But based on him and Justine's conversation, Justine had not asked him to hold that. He chose to hold it because she was like, oh, good, because I wanted to talk to you. So it wasn't like she had said like, hey, can you not tell her until we have a chance to talk about this? He just chose to hold it. He was trying to test the waters. And I'm sorry, y'all know I'm biased against the man. So whatever, y'all already know it's about to come out of my mouth, but you don't get to be playing around like that with the girlies. I don't like that. If you gonna act like, oh, I want to be honest and transparent, then fucking be on that shit. Be for real about that shit. Then actually do it. You know what I mean? And I know y'all are saying, people are like, Justine and Josh are just friends. I want y'all to pay attention to what was actually happening, right? I know what they mean, right? They was moving a lot up under them sheets, and then she's like, I don't know what happened. I mean, I was emotionally vulnerable. Okay, that's cute. Wrap it up though. No more, sis. Okay, that was your night. Wrap it up. Okay. Okay, sorry.
Can I say something about that?
Okay.
Real quick? So that actually got on my nerves, and that brought me up to, I'm not a huge Andrea fan, because after season 6 and what happened outside the villa, and her still attacking Leah, and her still talking about Leah and blaming, Janae and Serena for, kicking her, kicking her out the villa, that brought on a lot of hate that she, did not address. She kind of like, let that slide and didn't, and, it was a lot of racist attacks. So I really have never, really fucked with her. But ma'am, there was a lot of lying between her and Josh, this episode, because you're not going to tell me, sweetheart, that you, like, while you were kissing Toby, that's his name, right? Toby?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, while you were kissing Toby, you was thinking about Josh. No, Heffa, you went in twice, okay? We all saw you go in twice, baby. Josh was nowhere up in near your mind at all, and I'm going to clock the hell out of that. Because and then Josh, like, I don't know and then Josh, like, downplaying what was going on with. I just don't know what's going on with those two. Like, it's confusing me, and I don't know. Like, I don't want Justine to be with with Josh either, other than the fact that I do think that they are a strong couple, and I would like to see, if Justine wins again, yeah, hell yeah, go for it. And I think that they're the two strongest, but I personally don't see Josh dropping Justine to be with Andrea. Justine's a much bigger competitor than Andrea is.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's clear because she's sitting at the bottom still again, so I don't know, that whole dynamic is just so, it's confusing, and it feels like, somebody has got to explain it to me, because I don't know how to feel about it. I think that they like the couple that they're in, but they're still trying to make fetch happen, and nobody's. Yeah, you can explain that, Tina.
I was gonna say, I think that you're right, because Chris was like, he was over here saying, I said the same thing that you were saying about Andrea with the kiss with Toby, right? Andrea tried to, and I think that like lots of times women will do this with men. They will try to like appease you or like put on for you. I think that she didn't want to hurt his feelings. She didn't want to be like, yeah, I'm actually really fucking with Toby, because then he would feel insecure. And I think that she actually, yeah, I think that she actually, clock it, Amber, doesn't want to like run the risk of like losing him if like as a potential partner. And so it's like, okay, I need to kind of like keep the door open a little bit. What were the two women that Chris got heart rates up on? But KK didn't get it. Did KK get anybody's heart rate up? Who did
Yeah,
who did Chris get a heart rate up on?
for real?
Because I don't remember them saying Chris for anybody.
Yeah.
So I do think that like partially what's happening with Andrea and Nicola.
Oh, they did say Nicola, right?
So it was only Nicola. I know that Nicola and Lucinda raised
Both. It was Andrea and Nicola because he slammed her on the theme.
Okay. Yeah, so but KK did KK's name get called for anybody, Dream Girl? But I will say that like listen, I think that she Andrea's trying to keep her options open. I think that Josh similarly is trying to keep his options open. I think that he was looking for an out. And to me, I don't like avoidant men. Y'all know that. I don't like when you don't just come direct. Just whatever it is, just say that shit, which is part of the reason why I enjoy Tyreek on my screen, right? Because like just at least say the shit. You know what I'm saying? Just be honest. You know what I mean? And so for me, I think that it's about trying to keep options open. And I think that that's why they're not just playing straight with each other. And I think that that goes to like their gameplay. I will say, y'all, though, so here's the thing about the heart rate.
Real quick, Tina, don't
Yeah.
you think Andrea's afraid to lose him? Because also Josh is one of the best competitors. Like, besides Johnny, he's one of the most muscular looking guys there. Like, I wouldn't want to lose him either.
I don't know if she's worried about. I think that she knows he's a good competitor for the game. I think that Andrea is put off in some ways about his like excitement so early on for her because she named that in the episode. Like he's locked in, like very like she said he's like acting like how I was on my season, right? So she's noticing that, and I think it's a turn off for her, even though she hasn't said that directly. And she's having a little bit more fun with Toby. It's a little bit lighter. It's a little bit, you know what I mean? And so she's enjoying that part of the couple, even though she knows that Josh is the stronger competitor. The other thing, and then I'm gonna pass it back to my panel, but I want y'all to remember, right? I know that like they tell us who got whose heart rate up the most. That is not the same thing as who got the most heart rates up consistently over the group, right? So like Chris might have gotten my heart rate up to 115, right? But then he didn't get anybody else's heart rate up. So all he got was 115 points, right? Whereas somebody that maybe didn't get anybody's heart rate up the most, but I got everybody's up to 50. Okay, well then I have more points to him. Does that make sense? So the heart rate challenge is not just about who gets the highest, it's about who has the most numbers consistently across the board. So that's why Shayla. So that's why you will hear some people's names be called as like, oh, they raised it the most, but then they were still maybe vulnerable because they might not have raised anybody else's. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, passing it back to the panel. Talk a little bit about, and I mean, y'all can talk about whatever you want, but I am curious to hear, to Nikki's point, what people feel about, because I definitely felt a way about, I did not like him shooting straight. I didn't like her not shooting straight. I understand also that it's gameplay, right? So I would be curious to hear y'all's thoughts about Andrea and Josh, or obviously whoever you want to talk about, but yeah, I would be curious to hear what y'all think about that. Like, why are they not being straight with it? We could go top down. Anika, you can go first if you have thoughts.
Okay, I think in a lot of instances, what we are seeing in terms of the behaviors with some of the people is that it's about strategy. So they are weighing in their minds if their participation in this thing is about love, or if their participation in this thing is about, I want the money. And which way is the best way to go to find that balance. And I think that's what is happening with Andrea, which is why, she was like kind of put off by Josh, the way Josh was with Charlie, when Charlie, quote unquote, stole her away from him. The way he started to react, like, okay, yeah, is a little bit too intense here. And I think she kind of withdrew a bit, but she will still be open with him because he is competitive and is a pathway to win the money. So I think in that case, I'm seeing where that is playing out. I don't know what to make of Josh and Justine though, in terms of him kissing her. I don't know if it was just maybe I don't know where that came from. It seemed very surprising to me considering how much he was into to Andrea from what we saw. So I'm a bit confused by it somewhat. So I guess I'd probably have to look back at a few episodes and see if I missed anything in when from the time they coupled up until now to see what's going on. But basically, my thing is, I think a lot of them are looking at that $250,000 and they're thinking, well, okay, ultimately I want this, so there's the strategy that's involved and kind of striking that balance. And I think some people are in it for love, but most people have that money in the back of their mind, which is why I find it very surprising that Gabi is all into Kendall, because Gabi was the first one who declared on the first episode that I am in it for the money, I'm in it to win. And now what happened? You forget that you forget the money, or what's going on? Why are you locked in on this guy? So those are my thoughts.
Can I also say just real quick, y'all, about Justine and Josh, and then I'm gonna leave y'all alone about her, right? But like, when Justine came in and said that Chris and Tyreek were her tops, I was like, no, they're not. No, they're not. So the fact that Isaiah raised her heart rate, I was like, obviously. Okay. Amina, you can share your thoughts.
Sorry, real quick. Tina is right. History has shown she likes white men.
But maybe she meant top as in competitively.
Yeah, I think that's what she meant, to be honest. And like she said, Tyreek will keep her laughing. So regarding Andrea, I don't think, no shade to Andrea, I'm still indifferent to her. But that's just my California bias, if you know what I mean. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but you know what I mean, Tina. Against certain, especially, anyway, let me shut up. But I don't think she's smart enough to like play the game. I think she's gonna keep the, like, not to like say like, oh, I'm not gonna put all my eggs in one basket, but I don't think she's like playing either one of them, Toby or Josh. I think she's just gonna go with the flow, because I think she feels like she's a good enough competitor because of what we learned about her, that she's a bodybuilder and that she's also played sports. So I think she feels like she has enough to maybe not be the top, but she's always gonna be somewhere in the middle and just let it shake out. I think that's how she feels. I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen, but I think that's how she feels. And Josh, I think he's gonna play the game, but I think he does like her for some reason. But again, he would not mind staying with Justine, because she is a sure bet to win. Like, she's already won twice, so she has the grit to win. So I think he did like her idea that they stay together, but they both like pursue other people. And then they could also kind of be like Tyreek, where Tyreek is gonna be in his couple, but he's gonna fuck with some heads. And he's going to enjoy doing it. So I think that's where they're at so far.
Y'all, I think Tyreek is going to go home if it comes down to the Islanders. I think if it comes down to the Islanders, I think he might go home, y'all. I don't think he's played a smart enough game yet. And maybe something will be very different tomorrow. Maybe people will start to get curious about those heart rates and they'll start to explore outside, Garby, their couplings. But I don't know, y'all. I don't know. He kind of fucking it up.
What did Sydney like? Because I feel like she could couple up with him. But I think like he might have sowed a lot of bad seeds with the women, but we want to see him there because he's entertaining.
Yeah.
No woman trusts him right now. Like, did you see Andreina's face when he came out? She was not too pleased.
Not at all. Listen, I don't know that Sydney has said she likes anyone in particular, and I don't know enough about her. And y'all know that I like to have clean slates, so don't tell me too much. I don't know enough about her to know who she might be drawn to. But if if y'all are telling me the truth about how Isaiah was toward her during their season, I could see her liking somebody like Tyreek. Because why are you letting the man that you end up with call you ugly and like say crazy things to you? Like I don't know how that was.
Wait, didn't Tyreek ask her if she had unfinished business and if she was looking to run it back? And she said, I don't know, there might need to be some chats. I was like, girl, say no.
She did. She said some chats definitely need to be had. I mean, that also could be like a production push answer. You know, they want us to think that maybe that's what she's coming. You know what I mean? Like how production will kind of influence just a little bit. But yeah. Oh, okay. Y'all are having a whole conversation to hear about. Yeah, they said, well, he didn't say like you're ugly, but he like insinuated something about her looks is what they're saying. I don't know. I didn't watch it, y'all. I didn't watch the season. I'm just telling y'all what kind of got repeated. And then I would say, I think Andreina at this point, she could go home. I'm okay with her going home at this point. Because yeah, what was she doing during the high reach? Anyway, all right.
Wait, what'd you say? You okay? But who
They were
going?
very happy about it. The men were very happy about seeing that Dominican ass. They were like, oh, Lord, they were ready.
They were, but she did not raise.
She was shaking that ass for, was it Ty? It was Ty, right? She was shaking it in front of Ty. Shake it, shake. Okay, let me stop.
Why y'all want my girl to go home?
No, listen, I don't want her to go home, but I'm okay with it if it happens at this point. I needed her to stay for a redemption, and I feel like she's had her redemption, right? I feel like she definitely like showed that she is in it, and she didn't go out bad on that duel, and I was okay with that. Andreina is too much of a baddie to not have raised heart rates. This was her time to shine.
Yeah, and so far, 2 men have been okay using her. Like, because freaking Tyreek, he is like telling every guy how to play her, basically. And Johnny just admitted, like, oh, I can't win if I'm with her. I'm going to have to carry our team. So, and then it's like, okay, she did well on a mental challenge. So, what's going to be the next challenge? No, she got dragged. She did. We never gonna forgive her. She did get dragged. That was so embarrassing. And he was like, try not to fall on your be on your back this time or something. He told her, and I was like, dang, Kyrie.
He was like 5-0 is crazy. Listen, I know that Marvin raised her heart rate the most. She clearly likes. She's attracted to black men. Yeah, she's not getting challenges and she's not getting love. I love her on my screen. I think she's fun. And she's like, you know, so she's trying to close off and shit. She's doing a little too much. I need her to go before it becomes too cringe. I don't want her to get to this space where we're like, Andreina, girl. Like I would rather her go before we get there.
If Jeremiah is not playing around with the stuff he's saying on his live, she just need to go home to him and join the book club. I got some Dominican books she could read, and they could read together.
Is he really? Because that's weird. Because why you wasn't on that energy when she was at home?
He said that he on his live stream that he was rooting for her. He was like, "Y'all think I got a shot?" But no, because what she saying that one interview that he took whatever she said to Ace, like he took offense to that. And I was like, how could he take offense to that when he knows the show is edited? Like, if he really did, that's some bitch ass shit.
He did. No, he literally did. He wouldn't accept her calls. He wouldn't do none of that. And they had a conversation and made up after the reunion. But then y'all have linked up since then. So why are you on live now talking about, do y'all think I have a shot? Boy, shut up. Don't do that. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. Because now it just gives that you're trying to play in order to get a little clout off of her. And no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't make me mad. Okay, Anne, please give us your thoughts.
Hello, I'm back. Listen, it seems like from season 1 to season 2, they're following the blueprint. You know what? I don't know if they done listened to Blue advice, fired all the cast, including the food people, and hired new people. But A+ on the cast for season 2. Here's the thing, though. They are following the same formula of bringing in exes to make y'all aggy, and I enjoy watching it. Sorry, Isaiah. Because if my ex were to walk in the room right now, I swear I would have a heart attack. I can't stand that man.
I agree. I like it. It's messy.
That's y'all are messy. And I'm here for the bullshit. This is what reality TV show is supposed to be about. Because um season 7 was so traumatizing.
Mhm.
Yeah, so traumatizing. And yet y'all did it again with Love Island Game season 2. I honestly was not gonna tune in, but then I let Tina convince me. And then I started watching season 1 literally the day it was about to air. I got to like 3 episodes. I'm on season 1, episode 5. I still want to like see it through. I'm like, oh my God, this is actually a good. Okay. I'm gonna watch. Even though yeah, season 1 does take time to pick up. Tina is right about that. So wait till you get to episode 7. But yeah, I'm liking it. When they brought in Johnny for Selly, Selly lost her shit. I kind of low key feel bad for her. And now the facial expression, I waited for what Tina said. I made sure I wasn't looking at my phone. I saw Isaiah's face. I said, oh Lord, we're screwed. Hi, my name is Sydney. I'm from season 4. I'm Isaiah's ex.
Okay, Lucinda. Wait, how do you know I? Lucinda, don't piss me off right now.
And he clearly, they both been talking about each other. He's the girl I was cheated with when I was young, dumb, and full of sum. And so, Isaiah done confessed in front of America, and now here she is. I've noticed what they're doing. If you want to make it through, don't mention none of your exes. Cross our fingers because Chris mentioned Honda, and I hope to God she doesn't come on our TV screens.
I'm letting y'all know that.
Because no, Tina, at this point, they're manifesting. Every time one of them has spoken about their exes, they just fucking appeared.
Oh, right.
So
Emerald's
please
right.
stop speaking about your
She's
exes.
not single, and she's in a relationship.
That's true. She's with that Louis, that other loser.
Yeah, yeah. That's right. I will
Yeah,
turn
I
on.
I didn't like him on Perfect Match season 3. Not because she can't come because of Netflix. Cut the. You know what, Shayla? You funny girl. But she can't. It's come because of Netflix. Even though Netflix said they don't know, we don't have no contract with her.
On Netflix,
Girl,
I
bye.
can this movie.
You guys are Instagram official, and before that, y'all was on a red carpet on it's national fucking news to be on the reunion. Sorry, I can't talk about that. And like you just want to exert control, and then want to be saying, oh, Andy shouldn't have questioned me. He's a Zionist. But then again, we already know Ariana Maddox could not bring the fire that Andy does, okay? I am a Bravo girly, Housewives girly, and Andy don't play, and that's the kind of heat we needed at the reunion.
Indeed.
I rest my case.
Okay, I agree. I think that if we bring in Nicole, it would be drama. But honestly, I don't know if it would be fun drama. Because did y'all watch Beyond the Villa, the Chatty Nurse? Did any of because if you watched the Beyond the Villa, when Nicole came onto the episode and her and Kendall talked and they squashed it or whatever the fuck about the whole thing that had happened at the reunion, he lied again. And that led to them squashing it. And now she's gonna watch it back and see that he lied. So we gonna be hearing that same old ass fucking story that I don't want to fucking hear no more. So I don't I don't actually think it would be fun drama if she came on. Like it would end up being like, all right, here we go with this shit again. And I would rather not. But it would expose him. And I might be okay with that. Okay, Nikki, please share your thoughts.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you definitely talked about it in another live, but you have to remind me because I don't remember. But why isn't there enough strategy being like, hey, I'm gonna couple up with you because we're going to challenge us and then pursue who you want to pursue. I just don't get like why nobody's thinking that way. And like everything that's in a couple needs to like have some sort of, you know, chemistry or, romantic connection. Like it just doesn't, I think it's just not smart gameplay on anybody because I think, Tyreek is done with Lucinda. He's just trying to find a strong partner so he can get to the end, but he's using his charm and, flirting to get them to want to be with him on that level, as opposed to just being straight up being like, listen, I think you and I would be great partners. If something pops off, it does. Or it doesn't. So yeah, that's just been really frustrating, watching, people being couples where I feel like it's being for, like, that's what I think that was what's confusing me about Justine and Josh. Is just like, y'all came in talking about how y'all known each other, y'all been friends. Like, is this the first time y'all kissed? You know what I mean? It's just like, why now? Why
Yeah.
now? That's what's strange to me,
Yeah.
because you're like, do you feel like you have to, force this connection because you're on this game, as opposed to just being on the games? Girl, go kiss Tyreek, go kiss Andrea, be in this couple, let's move the fuck on. It's so frustrating.
I agree. This is what is, and listen, I know people love Justine down, but like that is the part that is annoying me. Is like, Justine, you're not 24. You're not 25. You're 32. You're 32.
Grown, fully grown.
Grown as fuck. Okay? You know how to, when I say it's gonna be X, it's gonna be fucking X. That's it. And so the fact that that's what she said and didn't stand on that. And again, like I said in my last live, I understand being like, you know what? I usually can't go this long without a little something. I get that, okay? But it is the fact that you were then, it wasn't just like, oh, that was a fun night. Let's keep it cute. Let's stay focused on the game. It was like, I don't know how we got here. Like, don't do that. Stay focused, please.
And I think that's,
Go
no,
ahead.
go ahead. I'm sorry. I was just going to say, that's another part that's irritating, is the fact that she is a grown adult still acting as if she's 25. It's turning me off a little bit, and just like, girl, you have an opportunity to, like, really, you've done this twice now. You've won twice. Like, why are you still acting as if, like, these guys, these boys are giving you like these butterflies, like they're boys. Stop playing. Don't you need a man already? Like,
Oh, man. Listen,
period.
seventh letter, that's what she says. She says she's there for the money. You're funny, Anika. She can have a giddy feeling. She can. I'm just worried about, does this then affect your game play? You know what I'm saying? Okay, Jordan, you know what? She got concussed in the last challenge. Not too much on our girl. Listen, DCC 1200, I know you are a fan of Josh. It's giving barf for me. Okay? It's giving absolutely the fuck not.
Real man and king.
For
What the
me.
fuck?
I'm not feeling them. Okay? So, listen, y'all, I would believe that she was kissing and dipping if she's not, if she wasn't giddy and kicking her fucking feet in that goddamn confessional afterwards. Okay? That is the part for me that's like, that was what, it wasn't that they did it. Because again, like I said to y'all in my last live, hey, do what you need to do. Everybody got to rub one out every once in a while. You feel me? Do your thing. But she was kicking her feet and giggling in the goddamn confessional afterwards. That was the thing for me that was like, oh, wait, hold on. Is something else going on there? And so that for me was the biggest thing. I will say this though, y'all, to the point, right? Because we're talking about she is grown. I will say this though. She started on Love Island when she was 27, and before that she was on something else or what. So she's been in this arena that we know is not like the real world really for many years at this point. And so I would not be shocked if we start to see over time studies on reality stars and how being in these environments, especially year after year after year, how that might have an impact on brain development and then the way that you show up. Like that would be a very interesting, that's the nerd in me, that's the psychologist.
You're right. I agree. Because she did start when her frontal lobe had just developed. Now she's 32.
Yeah.
You think that it might like stunt her growth a little bit?
I don't know. I don't know, right? I don't know.
Because if she were in the real world, she wouldn't be doing this. You literally just came off a perfect match,
Yeah. So
and now
I
you're
was
here.
saying it's something interesting because again, that's the nerd in me, that's the psychologist in me, right? It's a very interesting potential research question around how does being in reality TV in this way, because if y'all, okay, nerd moment for a second, and then I'm gonna go to Emerald. If y'all remember, in the last maybe 3 to 5 years, we've seen a lot of those like kids that grew up as like YouTube stars coming out and talking about their experience and the impact on them, right? But they're just becoming old enough for us to get that type of data. Research, I love it, and it's often very dated because it takes a long time to even recognize the pattern, to say, oh, we should ask this question, and then to study the question, and then to get the data, right? So reality TV, it is a rather new phenomena in relationship to the way the time frames and timelines of research could work, or do work, I would say. So it could be a very interesting research question at some point about how does being in reality, like I would be so interested to see, y'all know I watch Baddies, y'all know my daughter has me watching Jocelyn's Cabaret. I would be very interested to see, because I think all of those girls come on with something already. There's already something going on. But how does being in the limelight in this way and then being rewarded for this type of behavior and engaging in this type of way, how does that then impact the way that you show up, your brain development, et cetera, right? So when we're looking at these islanders, when we're looking at people that do challenges, that do all of that stuff, exactly, almost like an Arrested Development, I would be very curious to see. I would be very curious to see if some research is ever done
Wait,
on
can we
that.
add something
Can
to
I
it?
just
Because
add something real quick?
Yes.
The reason why it's really like bothering me with Justine, because I did watch Perfect Match. She did not act that way, and I feel like she did not act that way because she was with grown people, and it's like she came into this young environment, and now she's reverting back to her childish behaviors, and that's confusing to me because you weren't acting that way on Perfect Match.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on real quick, Emerald. Let Amina add something, and then Emerald, I'm gonna have you go. Amina, add your thought real quick for me.
is any of the other shows as restrictive as Love Island, where they like literally take their phone away, control how much they sleep, don't give them a clock? Because I feel like that would, like I said, I've already said, I don't know if that would drive me fucking crazy, or I would either be crying or I would be angry, and I don't know, because if it's true that they're only sleeping about 5 or 6 hours for 6 weeks, and then you don't know what time it is, you don't know the date. But I think in Love Is Blind they do have
Love is
their.
Blind, they don't have their phones on Love is Blind. They take their phones, but they do have a concept of day and night and that kind of thing on Love is Blind. And I
Listen,
suppose it's the same thing for Perfect Match because it's the same
Yeah,
kinetic.
Anika's right.
Love is Blind. Yeah.
can
On
we
Love Is Blind, once you get engaged, you get your phone back.
clock
Something
this?
like that.
See how some of the things that we are watching, and I'm not trying to be too cray on y'all, all right? But some of the things that we're watching on these reality shows are torture techniques.
Yep, they are, especially Love Island. When I realized that they
Tina, I was gonna say the
I'm
sleep
like,
deprivation
no.
is narcissistic abuse.
Exactly. What were you saying, Anika, real quick?
I was saying when I realized, like what they go through on Love Island, I was like, okay, no wonder the behaviors are so heightened because you're depriving them of sleep. And then there was an edit. There was an edit in Love Island games that made me realize that they sent them to bed early in the morning and woke them up in the middle of a bright day. So it's almost as if they kept them up until dawn, sent them to sleep, and then like by midday, 5 hours later, they're up and saying it's morning. But I mean, what could you 5 hours sleep? You have no concept of time. You're gonna be going stir crazy. I think it's torture for me. I wouldn't be able to survive that, far less for them. So
Yeah. Okay, Emerald, please share your thoughts.
Okay, so I have a response for everything y'all said. Cause I have seen her on several different shows. And y'all are absolutely right. She doesn't act the same on every show. Justine is very smart. If you go back, whatever her first show was, I don't know. The first show I saw was The Challenge. If you go back to whatever you know her as, go back some years. If y'all really are interested and want to figure it out and you want to fact check what I'm about to say, I think What she told us when she came in is exactly what she's doing. Justine was scammed twice. She also was partnered with Johnny Bananas on the challenge. If you know anything about the challenge, Johnny Bananas is the GOAT. What did he do on the challenge? Meaning he's like the most winningest person on there. He had a relationship on every single season. He carried that person to the end of the relationship. He did them bogus. He ended up winning. Like, she is moving like a game player now. She's not moving like a Love Islander. She's adapting to her environment. She's doing what she has to do. She know her fans, especially Love Island fans. We want to see her in love. So she's playing up to that. Anybody that you see like, it's like any flavor type reach out, like none of these people are like, anybody that shows her interest, she's interested in them, if you pay attention to that. And I do think, like, it's not just that. I do think y'all are right that she is regressing, and it is a bit of arrested development because she's been done so wrong on all of these romantic television shows. Like you said it, she went on Perfect Match with people her age and she still wasn't chosen. So think about constant rejection on national television, and you're as beautiful and intelligent as she is. That's a lot to take, you know? So that's my opinion on Justine. I do want to say about the games. Um, I need a recoupling. I don't like how they're putting people in the bottom and at risk, and there hasn't been a recoupling yet. Like, that's actually really bothering me. And I say it every single episode because this season is gonna move fast. Like, they're already halfway through. So, and they haven't had a recoupling yet. So I'm kind of confused on what production is doing. I don't know. But yeah, that's my response about Justine. It wasn't nothing too long winded.
No, that's a good insight. Yeah, I don't ever listen, y'all. I don't be watching that, but I'm seeing maybe I actually do like. I don't like the anxiety of like
The
competitive
games.
reality
Yeah.
shows. So it be stressing me out, y'all.
That's how I like it. It's like how people feel when they watch horror movies and stuff. It gives me that same rush. Yeah.
So Emerald, Johnny Bananas, that's crazy. What season of the challenge was that? Do you
Yeah,
remember?
he probably low key told her what to do before she went back on there because she keeps getting done wrong. And he actually treated her very nice on her season. He's very
Really,
sweet
because
to her.
he's such a dick.
I know,
Um,
but he's a troll. He's really a troll. That's
he's
really
really
what it
a
is.
troll. But do you
Yeah,
know
he's a
what
troll.
season she was on there in the challenge?
It was the one that was on Paramount, and I don't even know if they still have that up because it didn't perform well.
Oh wow.
It was like USA versus the world or something like
Oh,
that.
oh,
And
that
then
one. Okay.
I think she might have been on War of the Worlds. Maybe I'm not sure, but if you Google her, it'll tell you.
Yeah,
But
I
she was
will.
on two of them, but one of them was on Paramount, one of them was on MTV. But I feel if anything, Johnny Bananas is really sweet. Like if you watch House of Villains, he gave the money to Tanisa from BGC. And so, like, I think he has, even though he a white man, like, I think he has a soft spot for black women, like a lot of white men do. And I feel like if anything, they probably had a discussion before she came on this season. And he probably told her like, go for the money, you know, because the reason he's so famous is because on his season he didn't split the money. He took all of the money and left a little white girl crying on the top of a mountain. So if anything, I really think she's just trying to play people. She's not going to say it in the confessional because America's not going to go for that because she's a sweetheart. She can't lean all the way into being a villain. But I really think she's playing chess and they're playing checkers. But that's just
That makes sense. Like you don't think that she's gonna
she's not falling for none of that shit. I do
well,
feel
no,
like with Josh,
she's not gonna
I feel
recouple
like
with anybody but Josh.
I think the exchange with Josh was genuine because you know when you have male friends, it's always, even if y'all are friends, it's some type of sexual energy sometimes, and that's why partners don't like when you have friends of the opposite
Oh, hey guys, I have
gender.
Paramount Plus. I just checked. Whoever wants to know, she's on the Challenge World Championship first season, 2023. It's on Paramount Plus right now. I see Justine's face. She looks like she's climbing something.
Yep.
If y'all are
And she did,
interested.
and she's an athlete. Like that's why I said I don't give a fuck. Like y'all said, they there for the wrong reasons. I fuck with her. I fuck with KK. Like I ain't gonna lie, they two solid black women. Like in any reality show I've seen of either of them. Like they carried themselves very well. KK, if anything, is more disappointing to me because she's falling for the same gibberish that happened in her season. I don't know if y'all seen season 5. That season is Chef's Kiss. It's so black. That's the last season you gonna see a YN on Love Island. Cause after that they didn't bring they picking the corny black men now. But yeah, like if anybody, KK is the one y'all need to be disappointed in. I'm just saying.
Listen, all the girls need to stand the fuck up right now. Okay, stand up. But I will say that Garby is like, I'm disappointed in Garby. Not gonna lie, when she came in, she was definitely giving like smart as fuck, athletic, competitive as fuck, and now she been up under this little boy. I don't know. No, thank you. KK pissed me off the first night. Was it the first night? I said it ain't even been 24 hours and you are rubbing your feet together and giggling about this man that didn't do nothing but look at you. I'm not here for it. And then 24 hours later, she was like, he's boring. Like, yeah, girl, all you have to do was give us some time. He was going to show you who he was. Just give him some time. And here's the thing about KK and Chris, like they were really strong in that challenge. I think partially because KK is tiny, right? And I do think it's very interesting that I knew that they weren't going to do well tonight. Like watching their performance, I was like, I don't think that they're going to be one of the couples that ends up high. And so it's going to be interesting to see. Okay, P, I know you want to come up. I'm going to have you come up and share your thoughts. And then y'all, we're going to wrap up our live. Chris is a mess. Chris don't have chemistry with nobody. Thank you, Emerald, for being up here. P, share your thoughts for me.
It was just the question I had for you in the comments, because I've been seeing some little discussion here and there. Like here's discussion about how like usually it's older white men, not usually like white men of your age, but like with like younger black women, like they're if either like custodial or kind of like fatherly or just like show special attention or like advocate. And it's so interesting because when I think about it, that's happening to me too, my job. There's this supervisor of a restaurant. He doesn't work with me directly. He because I work in a casino, he works at the restaurant in the casino, but we interact a lot. And that guy, he really fuck with me. So, and I'm just noticing this phenomena, and I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, this is really weird. Well, not like weird, but I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me. I'm confused because people are like describing it too, and like folks are saying like, oh, they do it because like they don't see you as like competition, and I'm like, okay, sure, but like, you know, some cases the guy's not even like, oh, you guys are in competition for the same spot, right? So I don't know. Have you had any thoughts of this? Have you been seeing this experience with this? Not like oh, it's like a weird relationship. I think it can be. Not for me personally. I'm fine. He's just like kind of like your work dad. That's the vibe I get from him. So I quite like him. But I was wondering if you had any thoughts on it.
I actually don't have any thoughts on that. I've never experienced this phenomenon. When I was like a younger woman, right? The only experience I really had with like older white men was typically in some sort of fetishizing way. Never in like a fatherly or like caretakery type of way. I've had that experience with some black women or like some black men. But never with a white man. I don't know that there's anything, I don't know of any research to say that there's any sort of like phenomenon around it. I think that these are like maybe just like singular experiences. And honestly, I just think it depends on the person, right? Like more than it's about.
I 100% agree. I just thought of it because the way somebody was talking about like Johnny Bananas and how like apparently he's an asshole, but he was really kind to dang, what's her name?
I would hypothesize about Johnny Bananas and Justine explicitly is that and I don't know anything about Johnny Bananas. I'm just know what y'all have said, right? if you have the experience, potentially what could be happening for him. If you have the experience of being the person that is villainized or is mistreated or disliked by people, then you might feel like the underdog in some ways. And so you might relate to the other person that you perceive to be an underdog. And in a lot of scenarios, racially, that's going to be the Black woman in the group, right? And so I could hypothesize that if he has had the experience of, oh, people, you know, treat me in a certain type of way, even though I know that I'm actually this person and I'm a strong competitor, but people act this certain type of way to me, then like I might relate to someone that I see other people not inherently like be rude to or unkind to, but just sort of like be like the outcast, but also really strong. Like I might relate to you and therefore want to like prop you up. But Emerald is saying she was a good competitor and followed him without question, and he respected that. So that to me just suggests that I've seen the cuss out of New York in him, but I haven't seen him on any shows. So I mean, it also could just be that he appreciated that she was a meek and quiet woman in that way. Right?
That sounds like he likes to follow her. But yeah, that just kind of reminded me of like some like TikToks and like posts I see, and like the situations are all kind of varied, but it's basically like young Black women somehow benefiting in some way from like quote unquote attention from like an older white man in a sense. Sometimes it's a crush, sometimes it's fatherly, sometimes it's custodial, sometimes it's advocation. Yeah, I don't know. I was just wondering what you thought about it because I'm like, hey, Tina's really smart, so yeah.
I appreciate that. I mean, I will say that, right? Like, I know I've seen some of the takes around like how in the workplace, white men are like least dangerous. I would say that maybe research says some things differently about certain types of dangers when it comes to white men. But I will say that, if they don't perceive you, it's sort of like the underestimation, right? I don't perceive you as a threat. And so therefore I put no energy.
Yeah, like I don't necessarily see it as a positive thing because it's still like, if not racist, then like, not dehumanizing, but like it's like makes you smaller. There's an assumption that you won't do damage or something. And low-key, it is misogynistic in the sense that like, it plays on the racial and like gender hierarchy in a way. But yeah.
Okay, user MS. I am gonna try to watch, but see, it doesn't feel as fun to watch the show once it's already over, because I feel like every take that I have, y'all are gonna be like, "Well, you just watched the episode, and that's how you have that take." But I don't know if I can do Love Is Blind France, y'all. The Denver one. Okay, just kidding.
Oh, right. Tina, I did suggest, just watch Love Is Blind UK.
Well, I'm going to watch the Love Is Blind Denver one. Right now, y'all, I'm back into my Animal Kingdom bag. And
oh, yeah, and we're waiting for Potomac. I'm not going to give you too much, but when you have a little downtime in the winter, add that to your list.
I'm ready I watch Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm ready for that to come back. I will watch UK at some point, probably. I'm ready for Potomac to come back. I'm finishing Baddies and Jocelyn's Cabaret Child. And then Love and Marriage Huntsville soon. Hopefully streaming soon. It's already on OWN Network, but I don't have OWN Network and I'm not paying for the app, so I'm going to wait for it to stream.
Yes, I'm waiting for it on Discovery Plus or HBO Max.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it on Discovery Plus. Listen, Emerald, we will have to have a Baddies and Cabaret conversation because...
Tina, I would love you to see Love Is Blind UK, if only because I want an opinion from you about Patrick Spleen.
Okay.
And this other, I can't remember the
Anika,
other guy.
Please. Not Mr. Spleen.
That was so funny. No, you need to, you can't.
Girl.
It was a mess.
Anika, Patrick was such a punk. He did no interviews besides the Love Is
Listen
Blind
to
UK
me, you know
podcast.
He has a baby, right? You know he had a baby.
Yes, I know. I learned about the baby
while he was dating me in the pod.
Mess, honey.
He had a, this is
Mm-hmm.
what made me go look at it. He had a whole baby on the way
Whole baby.
while he was in the pods trying to play the fool. You need to watch it. You should just watch it. To me, I think the 2 seasons of Love Is Blind UK has done so much better. I can't look at the US anymore, especially the US version anymore, especially after looking at Tyler and what's her name? The one with the guy who Tyler who had the two or three children with his friend and was denying them, and all the receipts came out. That was one big
Ashley and
mess.
Lila,
Yeah,
Season
right?
Tyler and Ashley.
7 of USA was wild.
I couldn't watch it after that because I mean after season 4 it went downhill for me. But like it started to get crazy. So like you had people at this point it became obvious that people were on the show for fame. I mean there were stories that were cut out because people were abusive. Kinetic has had so many different lawsuits. I think this other guy, one of the other guys from one of the more recent seasons has just filed a lawsuit for whatever, I don't know, must be to make money. But Love Is
Yes,
Blind has
Anika.
now,
It's Steven from Tyler season
yeah,
7.
yes. And
Cloud Chaser.
I don't know if I want to watch the next. I don't know if I want to watch Love Is Blind, the upcoming US version of Love Is Blind.
US is for drama at this point. I think it'll be
Yeah, it's
probably the first season no
crazy.
one gets married. We'll see
It's
if
too
they break a
crazy.
record.
But Tina, please look at Love Is Blind UK. I am begging because I know you will enjoy it. It's crazy.
I'm gonna watch the new season of Love Is Blind only because it's going to be here in Denver, so I want to see it. And then I'm happy to potentially watch it. And then I will say this about your question, Giselle. I certainly hope that we are not who vote to get I don't want America to vote about who gets the $250,000. I want us to vote throughout the games, but that ultimately, like, who wins the money is based on who does best in the games. You know what I mean? And that sounds very messy. These seasons sound cray-cray, so maybe I will get into them at some point. But I'm definitely looking forward to Huntsville. I'm looking forward to Potomac. I thought about trying to watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I don't know. I have a lot going on already. Finishing Baddies, finishing Cabaret, watching Animal Kingdom. That's like my good, like regular whatever TV. What else are we watching right now? And always true crime. Always true crime. Mean Girl Murders.
Body in the basement.
Body in the Basement.
Murder Comes to Town.
Murder Comes to Town.
That's a bunch of them.
Yeah, we're
And we
always
also
watching true crime.
we're watching Animal Kingdom, but we're also watching
Oh, and we're watching the newest Dexters because we were Dexter fans.
Which one? Are you watching Resurrection?
I don't think we're there yet.
No, we're not on Resurrection yet because we haven't watched.
Oh, are you on New Blood then?
Yeah, we're on the first spinoff, the one where his son.
Because there was New Blood Origins. I can't believe they canceled Origins. It was about to get a season 2, but then they took it back. Then I just finished Resurrection and it's so good. I've been a Dexter fan for years.
Yes, we love Dexter.
Also, I know you're watching Ed Gein on October, right? Because we got to talk about Ed. The same producer of Dahmer and the Menendez brothers is coming out with Ed Gein in October on
Okay.
Netflix.
I feel like it's
You know
in my
what?
reminders. Okay, wait.
Catch my recommendations.
Did y'all watch? It's in my reminders for it to come out. But did y'all watch Beauty and the?
The Beaster?
Yeah,
Yes, the
Bester.
Bester.
Yes,
Beauty and the Bester.
Bester.
Yeah, girl, it's on my list, but some people felt like it was incomplete, so I'm scared to watch it. Okay, I'll watch it tomorrow. We'll
Watch
reconvene
it.
on Wednesday.
That shit was crazy. Like you could not
Question
write
about
the
Animal
script.
Kingdom. It's on, I just researched it. It's on Prime Video, right? Animal Kingdom. Is it good? I've been hearing a lot of talks about it.
It's on
Say it
Netflix
again?
too. It's on Netflix.
Netflix? Okay. Netflix. I see Netflix and on Prime. I have both. Okay, so that works.
Yeah, y'all gotta. If you haven't watched
Interesting.
Beauty and the Bester and you like documentaries. It is a crazy ass story about how this woman, I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but basically this woman falls in love with this like serial rapist slash murderer who ends up in jail, and they fake his death to manage his escape. It is insanity. Y'all have got to watch it. It's crazy. It's so good though. Yeah, it's so good. So if you have Netflix, watch it. It was in South Africa.
Yeah.
I think it was South Africa. But it's on Netflix.
Quick
Wasn't she a
question,
doctor?
Tina.
She was
Yes.
a doctor, right?
Okay, so I'm gonna watch that thing on Netflix. But there is a documentary that I'm supposed to look at. I believe I think it's on Apple or HBO. I can't remember which one. But it's about this young man who became a TikTok sensation just by reciting or miming 80s pop songs, and got all these older women to follow him and then start sending him money and then making a lot of suggestive remarks. If I find it, because I think it came out a couple of weeks ago, it was a 2 or 3 part series, and I found it very similar in a sense to that other show you were talking about with the girl who was harassed by her mom. And this particular guy, like he's young, he's very young, he's very good looking, a white guy, and all these older white women are like harassing him and being very, very weird. And one of them admitted that she sent him over $60,000. They started sending him money, and the way, it got crazy. And apparently he started to be stressed out over it because he had all these super fans and they were stalking him and that kind of thing. I cannot remember the name of the goddamn show, but if I find it, I will tag you or I'll send you a message. But it
Yes.
would be interesting
Okay.
to have a talk about that.
Inbox me.
Anika, if you like
I
that,
couldn't-
then
I
watch
couldn't
Love
give
Con
my final
Revenge.
thoughts, so I can drop down.
Love Con Revenge is on my list. Nikki, I want you to share your thoughts. Amina, yes, it is the one with the doctor. I think that's what you had asked me. Beauty and the Bester. It is the doctor. Okay, Nikki, share your thoughts.
Yeah, I'm just gonna share my final thoughts on Love Iron Games, and then I can drop. So where I'm at is that because nobody has talked about it, I am. Well, I will go ahead and reiterate what I said before. I'm really excited to see how this duel is going to work out. I really do think that they're trying to take out Chris. So I think it's going to be a pairing with Josh. I don't know about KK and the girls because they have Andrea and who else?
Andreina, both of them. Andrea
Oh
and
yeah.
Mhm.
So if they're trying to take out KK, she's gonna have to go up against Andrea. I personally am with you. I think Andreina can go. It's fine if she stays, but it's fine if she goes. And then what people have not brought up that I'm surprised of, I'm really excited for Bonjour Mes Amis. I'm ready I'm ready to know a little bit about him because he was fine. He was fine, honey. I don't know why the kids are not gagging because he walked in and I was just like, who is you? Who is you? And he said he was a professional
You're not
basketball
wrong.
girl.
I looked up Marvin. I had to find out, is he my Haitian brother? He's
Marvin-
not, but he's still a fine Frenchman.
He's so
Marvin
fine,
needs to
child.
take Garvey away from Marvin
on
needs
me.
to focus
That
on
kiss.
Garvey, and that's it. That's all
Yeah,
he
so
needs to do.
I'm very interested in who his type is
Yeah.
and who he's looking to, who he connects with because I don't think most of us here have watched France. I don't watch all the franchises. So that's interesting to me to just have fresh blood that nobody really knows about. So I think he can really do some, there's going to be some potential with people like it maybe Justine, you know what I mean? Like that's exciting to me. That's exciting to me. So yeah, I did that. I just wanted to throw that out there. So we'll be back. Are you gonna do one tomorrow night or no?
I'll probably be on again tomorrow night.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna go down. Good night, everyone.
I agree. I actually
Good night.
I don't know, y'all, if I think that they are going to try to get rid of Chris because that's who Nicola likes. So I think I mean, I don't know how strong she's going to stand against Isaiah, right? But I think she's going to advocate for Chris to stay. I think that they potentially do Johnny and whoever the other person is. See, that's how I know they need to just go home. Toby. I think they do Johnny and Toby. You know what I mean? Because I think that Nicola will want to try to spare Chris. I could see them feeling like, oh, it makes sense to keep Andreina because she's a weaker competitor. And so trying to do KK and Andrea. Like, I could believe that. But it seemed like Isaiah and Nicola were not coming easily to a decision together because he was like, well, it's fucked either way. Like, I don't know what to do. So it seemed like they might have had like a little bit of disagreement about who should go up, but it'll be interesting to see. Okay, any final thoughts from the rest of my panel?
I'm just looking forward to tomorrow's episode because, yeah, I'm looking forward. I want to see who they choose and what the end result is going to be. I think that what I like about the show is that nobody is safe, in the sense of, okay, you're a power couple today and you could be on your way out tomorrow. And I like that factor. So it keeps everybody on their toes. And that's the reason why I'm enjoying it. You know, I'm not seeing enough strategy from people. I like watching people strategize things, but I'm not seeing that enough. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing tomorrow's episode.
Yeah, I agree with that. I actually, though, you know, last season, I didn't love all of the alliances. It made me dislike some people. But I do agree with, like, there could be more strategic play. And it's been a week, so I feel like they should kind of be into that mode already. But hopefully it comes soon, especially I think as the numbers begin to dwindle is when we'll see more of that. I think it's going to take a minute for it to hit them that like, you're only here for 3 weeks. You need to like get in your bag, you know, but I agree with that. Okay. Amina, do you have any final thoughts?
Okay, so I didn't see the previews yet, so I don't know exactly what you guys are talking about, but I feel like they're gonna throw a curveball at them because that's what they've seemed to be doing every single episode. Like they might think that they're putting somebody up and then they're gonna make that person compete where then they're not gonna be safe again, just like they did to Andreina and Lucinda when she got wiped. Lucinda thought I don't know why she picked Andreina and everybody was so confident in Andreina and she was able to pull it out. So I feel like that's what's going to happen. But I agree with you and Anika. And I said it during my first time. Like, I am so mad at all the girls. Like, I want one of these girls to play the man. Because all these men have admitted, like, I'm here for the money. So I want all these girls to stop being googly-eyed. Unless one of them is going to get in the very last confessional and was like, I was lying. Let's get this money. I don't like him at all. I would love for that to happen.
I would love for that to happen.
I would scream, but everybody's acting so googly-eyed. Like, even Garby, but I'm like, I'm giving her grace because she's 22, and Nicola is 23, but Jesus Christ, I really want one of these girls to be like a heartbreaker. That's why I like Solene, because Homegirl was ready there to mess some stuff up. And she didn't do it at all.
I can feel that. I agree. I would be happy if somebody got in the booth at the end. It was like, gotcha, bitch. I would be like, yes.
I would defend them till next year.
Yeah.
That works. I would create another TikTok profile just to help out.
I'm like, why y'all mad? That's how it works. That's what they're supposed to do. Don't be mad at them because they're more strategic than everybody else.
Exactly. How many of the men have done it so far? And I want one of the girls to be ruthless like that. I love a treacherous woman. Usually it's in books or TV shows, but I love a bitchy girl. Down, and I'll never lie about that. As a Capricorn who gets accused of being a bitch, I love when I see one. I'll always root for her.
So Chardonnay. So basically, Isaiah and Nicola get to go to the hideaway, similarly to how all the winning couples, well, not all of them, but Callum and Lib and Ray and Imani both got hideaway, right? Last season. And so they get the text while they're in the hideaway that out of the 3 couples, they're only going to make 2 people duel. So 2 boys and 2 girls out of the 3 that they've chosen. So basically, they're keeping one person safe or one couple safe, but you can break up the couple. So like they might put they might put Johnny and Toby in the duel, but then put KK and Andrea, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be the couple that they're saving. They're just going to save a girl and save a boy, basically.
Oh, they get to choose who's dueling each other?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So it's going to be fun to watch. It feels like it's going to be like how Callum and Liberty's Hideaway experience was, where they just like played around, but Isaiah doesn't really seem that way, so it might be a little boring, honestly, outside of that moment. But yeah. Okay, and final thoughts, friend.
Hello, y'all. I did not know that they did the Hideaway on you know what? I haven't gotten into season 1 that much because I've been too busy with Love is Blind France. Listen, that's also I looked up Justine. She has an illustrious reality TV career. So it first started on Love is Blind. Then when she got off, she didn't do just the Challenge World. She did the Challenge USA. Then I think she went back to Love Island Games, and then she ended up doing the world one. She also just got off of Perfect Match, and now I'm not judging her for making a bag, but I think she's also a love girly. So I don't like them judging her and then not judging Louis, because Louis is actually in it for the money. Come on now, he's still trying to like kind of like ride off Miguel's coattails. That's why they're no longer best friends.
Yeah.
If a man can do it, a woman can do it too. Stop with the misogyny, please. Play. Stop playing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this season. This is my first official season of Love is Blind Games, and quite frankly, I find it enjoyable.
I agree.
I'm not stressed. I'm laughing. No more Honda Civic. Please don't come back to reality TV. Absolutely not. Just make your influencer money and don't come across my screen again. If she comes across my screen, I will turn the TV off expeditiously.
Oh God.
Other than that, this was fun, Tina. Thanks for coming on twice. We haven't been able to chat because TikTok out here stressing people out.
Oh my gosh. I know.
Oh, you know what? One last thing. I'm looking through Netflix right now. Blue told me about this documentary called Don't Die about this man who wants to live forever. Y'all check that out. He's a white teen man. Yeah. It came out earlier this year. I'm like, why didn't nobody tell me before? Y'all have to promote better. Because that sounds interesting. It's something about biohacking. You know I'm a science nerd.
Yeah. I can't imagine why in the world you would want to keep living forever, child, but okay.
Well, if I had white privilege, perhaps.
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
Listen, this is why I could never be a vampire, because it's like, all right, at some point, it gets to a point. I've seen enough. I've done all the things. I've seen all the things. I'm good.
That's true. And if the quality of life is not good, it's not worth it to me. Goodbye.
But I do feel like, listen, if you had the ability to live forever, I don't know why we're on this, right? But like, if you had the ability to live forever, you better figure out how to become a fucking master ass goddamn criminal. Rob somebody, get the money, rob the banks, whatever you got to do. And just flitter around the world, because you're going to outlive the people that are trying to catch you anyway. You got to figure it out if you're going to keep living. You know, you got to figure out how to get that shmoney, honey. Because that is the only way that it would be any fun. Okay, love y'all so much. Thank you for being on the live. I will be back tomorrow. I have literally no idea when, but I will be back. We'll be talking Love Island Games and whatever else pop culture stuff we feel like getting into. Okay, love y'all. Have a great night. Thanks so much for hanging.